Hello everyone, Voodoo here, and I'm here with a massive new news drop, I guess, for WoW 10.1.5 Fractures in Time. So we've got an official 10.1.5 development preview from Blizzard. There's a ton of crazy stuff, new mega dungeon, new specialization for Evoker, tons of new stuff. So we're going to go over it real quick right now, give you my thoughts. If you enjoyed the content, drop a like, hit a sub button as well. It really helps me out. And drop a comment, helps spread the video around. If you really appreciate the content, you want to support me, help make more content, and become a channel member, links in the description for that. You get a ton of cool perks. So 10.1.5. So this comes out in the summer, if you guys have been following along with the map here. And there's a ton of new stuff. New Mega Dungeon, new Evoker support spec. It's a DPS though. New events, new quests, and a zone, new dragon running event, and then a ton of Warlock updates. So we're going to go over it all right now, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. This seems to be a massive patch. It's literally almost as long as Season 2 was. So I'm pretty excited, honestly. So first thing, new Evoker specialization augmentation. So I thought this was going to be a meme. I didn't think it would happen. Turns out I was wrong. It's happening. 10.1.5. So Emberthal and Ambition are working together to release the Black Dragonflight essence that was siphoned from the Dracthyr during their stasis. So you basically unlock stuff that they haven't had before. We will go over this after I go over all the news here. Kind of crazy. Basically, we beat Aberrus, and then all of a sudden the Dracthyrs remember how to be Black Dragonflight again. New Mega Dungeon, timey-wimey stuff. There's Chromie, there's Evil Chromie. So the Infinite Dragonflight are trying to basically turn Nosdormu into Murazond. 8 boss mythic dungeon, you deal Infinite Dragonflight, you'll face Iridikron and Galakron, which, by the way, insane mega dungeon. Those are two really big boss names. Iridikron is like the biggest of the Primal Incarnates, and Galakron is like the progenitor of Dragonkind, one of the biggest, baddest dragons of all time. That's fucking crazy. And then there's tons of others. So 8 boss mythic only. Hopefully we see this in Mythic Plus in Season 2. That would be pretty fun. Season 3, sorry. That would be pretty sick. And there's new outside stuff. So there are time streams. Don't know what these are. But players will join together to take on time rifts, which you like push back against waves of minions and basically are fixing time streams. Sounds a bit like instance content for open world, which would be pretty fun. Hopefully it's like Visions or something like that, where you like team up and face down some enemies. So that could be pretty fun. We'll see how that turns out. Eon's Fringe, it's a new zone. Undertake new repeatable content in Eon's Fringe as you sell time ways. Cool stuff. Renowns. You can be part of a whelp daycare, I guess. So there's like 5 dragon whelps as they like learn about stuff. I don't know. Not really for me, but I guess if you're really into open world stuff, questing, stuff like that, this is pretty cool. New Warlock class races, new imp customization. You can go to the barbershop to customize your pets now, and they'll bring you more class tuning. No Demon Hunter though. Mages, Rogues, Holy Paladins, and more. Hopefully more includes Demon Hunter, Havoc, and Vengeance are both in pretty bad spots right now. So that's pretty exciting. Obviously I'll have PTR content of it whenever it's up. Really interested to see how this augmentation spec works, and we have a bit of a preview of it actually. If I can just drag the article over here. This is the new augmentation thing. So we see here it says, imbue allies with the might of the Black Dragons and bend time and fate in their favor with bronze magic. So it is a DPS specialization. Emberthal and Abyssian are working together to unlock kind of the things. So augmentation is a new damage dealer role with a twist. They use the essence of the Black and Bronze Dragonflights to amplify the abilities of allies. The playstyle for this specialization involves empowering allies with a variety of beneficial effects. Some can be cast directly, others are tied to using damage dealing abilities. So this is going to be very interesting. They're going to basically just give massive damage output to their group. Very new thing, like Bard from Final Fantasy, I guess. I'm personally unsure how this will work out in World of Warcraft, but it's going to be interesting for sure. They have a few abilities they go over. They gave us a talent tree to look at as well, but we don't know what the talents do. We don't know what any of these things are, basically. There's a lot of actives on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 actives, 9, 10 actives on this tree. So pretty interesting talent tree too. Anyways, let's go up here. So augmenting allies. So certain augmentation abilities buff either your whole party or specific members. So they're buffing 4 people. So it's not like a raid-wide thing. They might get raid-wide buffs. We don't know yet. But most of their things are whole party. Smart or proximity-based targeting. So you don't have to like target allies, but basically you're going to be stack your 4 best DPS with the Evoker and buff them. So like your Warlocks or your Mages probably are going to get this because they are ranged, right? But I guess they could be in melee as well. So you can maintain focus and do whatever. They still have all the other Evoker stuff, Essence, Mobility, Empowered spells. So this is one of their empowered spells here. You can see it has multiple different like animations, and then the different empower levels show a different zone for it. So that's pretty sick. I'm not going to lie. It looks really cool. See here, boop. And then it's going to have like different little radiuses for however much you empower it. I think that's pretty sick. So power of black and bronze. So these are some sample abilities. So black Dragonflight magic is raw power increases and outbursts of earthen magic, and bronze is all about bending time, fate, and shifting timelines. So Ebb and Might seems to be one of their core abilities. Has a 1.5 second cast time, 30 second cooldown. You increase 4 nearest allies' primary stat by a percentage of your own. We don't know how much that'll be yet. And your Eruption deals more damage. Eruption is your main spender here. It's your Disintegrate, basically. And then some of your other spells extend the duration. So Eruption, it replaces Disintegrate. It's a cast time, costs 3 essence. You cause an eruption between the enemy's feet. You deal volcanic damage split between them and nearby enemies. Interesting. So it is an AoE spender. And you also increase duration of your Ebb and Might. Upheaval is your charge, basically. Gather earthen power beneath your enemy's feet. Throw them up. Deal volcanic damage. Pretty simple. And then you expand the area of effect with empowerment. And it also increases duration of your active Ebb and Might. So it seems right now that their whole game plan is to throw out Ebb and Mights on 4 nearest allies. And then just work to keep those up as much as possible. Increases your own eruption damage, and then upheaval and eruption also just increase the duration. That'd be pretty interesting. It's primary stat, so that's a pretty massive benefit, honestly. Parses are going to be crazy with this. You're going to need a buff Evoker. We'll see how this comes out. And then they have a new Deep Breath, 1.5 minute cooldown. You fly to location, exposing temporal wounds on enemies in your path for 10 seconds. Temporal wounds accumulate a portion of damage dealt by your allies, and then critically strike the enemy for that amount at the end of the duration. And this also increases the duration of Ebb and Might. So this is going to be crazy. Basically what this does is it's going to take a portion of all the damage your allies deal to it, and then double that damage at the end of the duration. So a crit is going to double the damage, right? So as a Havoc Demon Hunter, right? Let's say it takes 10%. You'll take 10% of all your I-Beam crits, store it in there, and then crit it again. So that will double any crit damage further. So if you crit into this, you're doing 4 times the damage. So this is going to be a really powerful cooldown, really powerful ability. AoE is going to be crazy with it. Single target's going to be crazy with it. This looks crazy strong, I'm not going to lie. Also with you just upping your damage to allies, this is going to do a lot of damage. Now this is their talent tree. We have a few things here. Again, lots of actives and passes we don't really know anything about. I could count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 actives on this tree. So that's a lot of actives. We don't know what any of these abilities do yet. We have 3. So there's a passive. Basically, Black Attunement grants you and your 4 nearest allies increased health, which is going to be very good, especially for dungeons. And then Bronze Attunement gives you and 4 nearest allies increased movement speed. You have like a tank external. Whenever they get meleeed, they get more armor, and when they get meleeed, they explode, deal damage. Then you get this like teleport thing, so you can give 1 to yourself and 1 to an ally, and whenever you use it, it teleports you to the other person's location if they're in 100 yards. This doesn't seem that great for PvE, maybe in weird scenarios. You give 1 to your priest, which would be very useful, because like as an Evoker, you're already really mobile, but like you give this like a priest or a paladin could be good. This seems kind of crazy for PvP though, just being able to instantly displace to an ally seems very strong. Don't know the cooldown, don't know anything like that. And then they're working on like combat log stuff so that you can actually log how much damage an Evoker is buffing. So maybe we'll be able to see how much damage buffs do now, like something like Chaos Brand, something like that. We'll see. I'm very curious to see how this will work out. I think it's gonna be sick. I'll probably do content on it. This seems like a fun thing. I've wanted them to do something like this for a while. I was skeptical it would work, but here we are. But all in all, pretty interesting stuff. I'm curious how strong their base damage is going to be. Like if they're a strong DPS as well as being a buffer, they're going to be broken. So like are they going to do tank damage? They're going to do slightly more than tank damage. I assume their DPS by themselves will just be the lowest in the game. But then you count in the DPS they give for their allies, and it might be pretty strong. We'll see on this. I think this might be a bit of a balanced nightmare. I think it's going to be very cool. Might be hard to balance, because I see situations where you bring as many of these as possible, and you need 1 for a dungeon comp, or I see situations where they're practically useless. They just don't bring enough to the table. So we'll see what happens here. These will be really interesting. Definitely be very strong for top-end groups and guilds. And I think the lower down you go, the worse the players around you are as well. So we'll see how this ends up. But pretty interesting stuff. So that is the news post for today. Just wanted to jump on, give you guys a little bit of an update there. Yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Comment down below how you think this will work out. I'm definitely going to be checking it out once it comes on PTR and stuff like that. But pretty interesting, pretty excited. So that is going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.